Check out Night Dreams' website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com.
Please check out the Night Dreams Talk Radio website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. Also, if you want to keep our show free of advertising, just hit the donate button. Give a buck or two. Remember, all prior shows are always free to listen to. We at Night Dreams Talk Radio thank you for your support.
Do you have a paranormal story you want to share on Night Dreams Talk Radio? You could be a guest. Email us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
The views, opinions, and representations expressed on the Night Dreams Talk Radio Network and its website are those of the hosts, guests, and participants, and are not necessarily those of or endorsed by the network, its affiliated stations and broadcasts, the management, other hosts, or advertisers of the network. The shows found on the Night Dreams Talk Radio Network can, but do not necessarily, promote any particular lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only, and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or condition, or give any medical or legal advice. Your Saturday paranormal psychic and ghost hunter on Night Dreams Talk Radio Network, James Creachbaum.
Well, hello, everyone. I hope you're having a fabulous, fabulous weekend. And so far, it's been a great day. Sunny here. Awesome. It's going to be a great show. I got a great guest coming on. He's into all things cryptid, a researcher. He gets out there and shakes the bushes. And without any further ado, let me introduce Wayne Wilson. Wayne, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Hey, tell the viewers out there just a brief background about yourself, and we'll get right into it.
Well, like I said before, you know, about late 2015, you know, early 2016, Bigfoot's, the Bigfoots decided one day to put an X out in my yard, and we came home that night, and there was the X, and 9 feet tall. Nobody knows where in the world it come from. I didn't know what it was. My daughter said, "Daddy, Bigfoot's been in the yard." And the only reason why she had said that is because we'd been watching that show, Mountain Monsters, and we'd seen these things on that show. And so, we decided then, I told her, I said, well, if a Bigfoot's been here, there should be footprints. So a few days later, after the snow melted, we went and found one. It was 22 inches.
22 inches? You say 22 inches? Wow, that's a big
22
one.
inches.
Wow.
Well, yeah, well, we find out, I find out later. We'll skip some of the story, but what I found out was a little bit later on as I'm taking pictures outside, one day I'm seeing more footprints and I'm taking pictures, and then something just tells me to look. I don't know. Well, it was just a feeling to look across the road, and when I looked across the road, there was a 15-foot giant.
Oh
and
my
I mean,
goodness.
he was. Oh man, he was massive. I mean, I've seen him so much. I know every detail what he looks like. I mean, he was. I mean, one of the biggest things I'd ever seen, and I just stood there and looked, and I was thinking to myself, this must be the guy that had the 22-inch footprint. So
Well, I'll tell you what. If he didn't, I wouldn't want to see the guy that did. Gee, many Christmas. Wow.
Oh yeah, well, I get around. I get around messing with them and filming them and stuff. And I mean, shoot, I was out there. I mean, I was out there taking pictures one night. I'm just taking pictures with a point and shoot camera, sticking it in the woods. But then I saw what I thought at the time was a devil, and it looked like a devil because I'd never seen a dog man before, and I didn't know what a dog man was at this point. You gotta understand, I didn't really know that much about Bigfoot, especially being around here,
Right.
And this thing was looking at me, and I mean, I saw his teeth and everything, and I backed off. So me and my daughter and stuff were walking. We were walking away, and we were in the yard. Next thing I know, a lightning bolt came out of those woods right by my head and hit the fence.
Well, let me ask you this. Wayne, let me ask you this. What part of the country are you in that you're seeing the cryptids?
North Carolina.
Okay.
But this is the northern part of North Carolina. This is more. We're probably in. I'm not going to say central, but we're up on the Virginia border, and there is mountains not far from here. And like I said, there's ample places for them to be out here. I mean, they're the place where I was living at. Not to mention there was a railroad track back behind the woods where they were at. I mean, there was creeks back in there where they were at. So I've always heard that they would travel through the railroad. They would travel by the railroad tracks, and I'm thinking, well, maybe that's how they're traveling. But
let me ask you this, Wayne. How long ago or what year was your first sighting of Bigfoot?
It was. I was thinking it might have been like the early January of 2016. That was the first time I saw one. Yeah, it was the first time I saw one. Now I had got stuff from trail cams. I had got stuff from trail cams, but it wasn't. It's weird how when I put the trail cams up, the footprints stopped. And the weird part about it is, in the beginning, when I would go outside, once they knew I was aware of them, they would be whistling at me. And, I mean, you could go out there, they'd be whistling and whistling and whistling. And one night I go out there with my cell phone and try to record it for Facebook. And as I'm recording this video, and something runs right by me so fast it knocks my hat off and turns me around. And everybody saw it. Said, "Did you see that Sasquatch run by you?" I said, "No, I didn't see him run by me. But when you go back and watch the video, you can clearly see he did." And so in the beginning, when they try to communicate with you and they try to test you, basically, they want to test you and see if they can scare you. So they do things to try to. Let me ask
you this: have they gotten to where the ones that you're, I don't know, socializing with, have they gotten to where they trust you, so to speak?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now they trust. No. Now it's be honest. Now it's like another family. Yeah. So when I go see them now, it's like I'm going to see them to say, hey.
Okay.
I go out there basically now. I'll film a 45 second to a minute video, and basically looking to see who's there, and then I'll leave them alone. And to me, it's out of respect. It's out of respect for them, because I've always said if I'm gonna go if somebody's coming into my house to stick a camera in my face, I wouldn't like it.
Well, that's
why
good
would
point.
I want to go? I wouldn't. See, the one thing happened. I'll tell you why. One thing that happened to me with them, and why I respect them so much, was they made me so mad once and because I would go outside and I wouldn't see them nowhere, but I knew they were there. I could look out the window and see them. So one day I go and I buy this high-powered flashlight one night from Walmart. I come back home, I get my camcorder, and I go chase them in the woods. And I knew where they were because I've been watching them out the window. So I chase them in the woods, and then I find them. They're all hiding behind a tree, almost like they were scared of me, and it broke my heart. I mean, it broke my heart. At that time, I felt like a horrible, horrible person. I felt so horrible, and I swore to myself, I understand them now. I got more of I don't know what it was at that point, but at that point, I had such a darn understanding and a love for them that I couldn't do anything like that ever again, you know? And when you see what they really are, like I have, they're just basically our ancestors that's been living here as long as we have, except they've been living amongst us watching us, you know? And well, the stories, like I said, the story is incredible. I mean, the things that happened to me. I mean,
let me ask you this, Wayne. How many different other cryptids have you researched or come across in your travels?
I've seen Dogman. Several different types of Dogman too. I've seen Dogmans that look like almost like a human with a dog-like face. I've seen a Dogman that looks like a freaking Scooby-Doo. I mean, I've seen massive, massive Dogman too, and I've seen them where they look like wolves. But I've actually captured all this on video. Then we get into all the Bigfoots. I mean, I don't think everything I film is Bigfoot anyway. I mean, people might think that, but it's not my belief. I believe there's other beings out there besides just Sasquatch. I think they're more out there than that. You just got to go out there and see what you find. I've found I've seen UFOs. I've seen.
Let me ask you this, Wayne. Wayne, do you think there is a coalition or something aliens and UFOs and Bigfoot? You think there's a connection there of any type?
There is a definite connection, and I'll tell you why. There was a UFO hovering back in the woods one night, and I'm out there and I'm watching this, and it's a big, big, bright UFO. And then I'm out there at the woods, trying to take pictures of what was out there, and all of a sudden I hear the Bigfoots kind of humming and chanting, and they're walking towards that UFO. And I heard all this plain as day. I actually captured some of it, but I don't know if we can make it out real good. But I've actually got video of that UFO.
But, nice.
And not only that, the area where they were staying at before, I seen UFOs land over there. So, the best way I tell anybody, if you really want to know what Bigfoot is, don't watch the Patterson film. Go watch Predator. You want to know what Bigfoot really is. I mean, they got abilities. Abilities. I mean.
Well, let me ask you this. So, are you saying they have their hair has cloaking ability, or they have cloaking abilities?
Yeah, they do. I mean,
wow.
I've got video of one, and I call it the best. I believe it might be the best cloaking video that's ever been shot. But I'm right on one, and I'm right on her face, or it's either her or him. I'm not sure, but I was on the face. I was recording this Bigfoot, and I watched it. As I'm recording it, the face just completely disintegrate. And it disappeared right while I was recording it. And people go out now. And here's the thing about it now versus back then. I would see them cloaking all the time. They would be over there, and you'd see silhouettes of them. But since they trust me now, they never cloak anymore. I never ever have no problem if they're out there. I'll find them, and I never ever get a picture anymore of one cloak. It's always a full Bigfoot.
Let me ask you this,